Hi everyone, this is Christine, also known as Back to Basics Chris on Instagram. Today I'll be showing you how I am setting up for September. It will be a bit different than my August setup because I have learned a lot in August. I went through a huge planning slump, which many of you following me on Instagram probably know. I have been using it to learn a lot of new things about myself, and I've been walking through it and leaning on you lovely ladies on Instagram, and you've been helping me a lot, so thank you. I'm really blessed to have you in my life. September is therefore a bit different than August, but I'll show you now how it is looking. Just find September. Here it is. September is all about self-care for me. That's why I wrote it down here on the first page of September. S is for self-care. I've been taking my planning slump and trying to twist it into something positive and just making it a learning experience. And for me, personally, slumps kind of pop up, you can say, whenever I have not been taking sufficient care of myself. So that's really on the program for September. Now I have my monthly quote, and September is make September a month to remember, and I think it will be. September starts with my monthly. I'm doing it the same way as I did in August. Just show you real quickly how it looked. You can see it's pretty much the same. Not anything new here. I have my top 3 goals for the month, and number 1 is my challenge, self-care in September challenge that I'm hosting, just to again put a positive spin on the slump I was in August. It actually lasted, I think, almost 3 weeks, so it was not very nice to go through, but I am through it now. And in order to not end up in another slump in September, I have to take care of myself. Now, I remember in high school, I had a teacher that said, whenever you're having trouble with something, you can be sure that there are at least 5 other students in the class that have the same troubles. So I thought if that was true on Instagram as well, maybe some of you would actually benefit, like me, by putting self-care on really the top of your priorities for this month. And it looks like it because a lot of you have been joining this challenge, so it's really nice. Now, the monthly is the same. I'm really liking it, having 4 different categories to work with, just to, I'm all about, boxing it in or mapping it out. And I have work and private and random stuff, and this is for the entire day. It's birthdays and holidays and anniversaries and stuff like that. Now, sorry, this is how my weekly look before. I'm probably going to be covering this up with some paper and making a whole new weekly, because I found out that the way I work the best is by really working based on this to-do pool. Each Sunday I do a brain dump about all the things that I have to do and wish to do in the following week, and I've been really, making a priority of boxing it in according to projects. And that makes so much sense with me and my brain. So I have actually made a new spread. It looks like this. this is what I'll be using in September. So each Sunday when I sit down and brain dump, I have all my normal projects mapped out in advance. I think that'll be really helpful because they are reoccurring each week. And I'll be writing down out here, you know, my appointments and where I have to be at certain times and when I will actually be doing this stuff from my to-do pool. I'm also going to be adding my top 3 priorities. So in this column, I'll be writing 1, 2, 3, just for helping me focus on what's most important for me to get done. So this will be my weekly spread. Here I have some wiggle room. I need that because I don't know how this will look in September. So I have wiggle room here. This is something that I absolutely love. This is my month of quotes spread. I'll just show you what it looks like for August. If you see me commenting on Instagram that I'll be using your quote or something you wrote in my month of quote spread, this is what I mean. I have a lot of quotes that I got from you lovelies on Instagram. The rest is from Pinterest. And some are just some I've made up. Yes. So that's a must for me in my monthly setup. My budget. I have actually been filling out my budget for August because my philosophy was put it in the smack middle of the month so you'll get it done. And it works. When things are smack in the middle of my face, I get it done. Then I have my challenges. This will be the challenge that I'm hosting. I haven't made it all drawn out yet. But other challenges that I will be joining is the Plan With Me challenge. I've been doing this for almost half a year now. And I'm also doing this. It's Study September by Boudreaux Study and S&J Studies and some other people. I am starting a new course in time management, so I thought it would be kind of fun to make this a challenge for me. So I could use my study time also in a creative way. And September, I have my reflection page, and this is absolutely necessary for me. I can just show you how my August reflection page looks. It looks like this. I get the small colors from this. My year in pixels. This is in my Sidekick journal. Each day I fill in how the day has been. And you can see there's a lot of green. Green is just, basically got through the day. And purple is off days. And pink is an okay day. Compared to July, where I had a lot of good days, a lot of great days and best days, August has been a bit more difficult for me, and I'm not surprised at all that you can see that by counting up the days I've had. You can see I do that right here. Just to, keep in mind how I was the previous month, I write down here how July looked, and you can see that it's not looking so good for August. My best days, I had 13 in July. I only have 5 in August. And this is okay or got through day. I had 3 in July, but 7 in August. So that's where I've been struggling. It's okay. I've learned a lot about it, or about myself through this struggle. So that's why I'm including this in my September spread. Let's see. Here it is. It's called my weekly diary. I love the idea of having a daily diary, but I know myself well enough. I won't be keeping a diary each day, but a weekly diary, that I can do. This is how this week's looks, and I've been filling it out quite well. This is for this week, and I just want to show you what I have in it. I have my quote of the week and my top 3 affirmations right here. I'll be journaling a bit about why I chose these. Then I have my gratitude log. Only 3 things a day. That's enough for me. Just in order to actually get it done. Here I have a box for my accomplishments. You can see it filled up quite fast in August. Very positive experience, actually. So all these accomplishments are just during 1 week. Helen Colebrook is calling this "Where Am I Winning?" So basically, each evening when I journal in my weekly diary, I ask myself, where did I win today? And I put it in here. Also learning, I'm all about putting positive spins on things that maybe aren't so positive, especially if you feel like you're failing. I really make a point of telling myself there is no failing, there's learning. So it gets translated into learning. Here I have a box for a certain kind of diary. In Danish it's called the 4 O's. It's from a book about highly sensitivity, because I am very highly sensitive, and that's one of the reasons why I end up in slumps, because I simply don't take my highly sensitivity into consideration when I go through the week. I just power through, and that's okay. But if I don't stop up, my body and my brain will force me to stop up. So I actually wanted to increase the focus on how I can take care of myself, and how the things that have really just taken up space in my mind, how I can evolve and change that next week, so it will be a bit easier for me to get through. And finally, this is also from Helen Colebrook. Yes, Helen, I like your style. This is called "What One Thing Will I Improve Next Week?" And then I've added a little how-to, just because I like also putting things into a more practical wording. So this, for this week or the previous week, is I would set up more realistic goals. And how to do that is actually take my personality into consideration in everything I do. So I will fill that out end week. This is part of my September spread as well. Now, where are the habit trackers, you ask? I'm glad you asked. Here it is. I am loving my advanced habit tracker, and it's basically the same, just a bit different layout. It's based on my daily routine, or my ideal daily routine, and then it has a lot of the goals from my top 10 life, and I'll just be filling it out as I go. Just wanted to make the layout a bit different, a bit more light, not so heavy. If you can say that in English, you can in Danish. I don't know if it translates well, but I'm really liking the way it looks. And I've been using a lot of washi tape, as you can see, just to kind of get an overview of where my stuff is in my bullet journal. Now, last but not least, since I am doing this September self-care challenge, I of course have a spread for that as well. I've just been writing in the different prompts so I can fill them out easily as I go. The first week of the self-care in September challenge is going to be about easing into self-care. So I've just been making room for that. And this is week 2. It's called Self-Caring Thoughts. I'm really looking forward to this. This will be really important for me and probably also for some of you. So that's how my September looks. I have my monthly, my weekly, my weekly habit tracker, my weekly diary, and my weekly self-care challenge. I'm psyched. I really think that the way I've set it up will help me to increase the likelihood of not falling flat on my face again as I did in August. And that's really what all about, that's what bullet journaling is for me. Helping myself get through the daily life in a better way and for September in a more self-caring and self-loving way. So, any questions? You can just add them in the comments below and I will be seeing you.